Hey guys, SteelBallThoughts here, and yes, I have heard about the Part 4 anime kind of like news that has popped up, and I did say on Twitter and Facebook like, oh hey, check this out, let me talk about this, you know, blah blah blah, because I have doubts, and that's what this video is about. It's me just talking about it and not getting hyped and just talking about my doubts towards it, some stuff that looks true. I'm not saying it's fake or bullshit in this whole video, by the way. I'm just saying I have a lot of doubts, and I just want to say take it all with a grain of salt, like just the biggest grain of salt. Go down to the shop, buy a bag of salt, open it, just grab as much as you can in one hand, and just watch it until you get official news from Warner Brothers or from David Productions themselves, even though it's really tied to the kind of JoJo official anime Twitter and stuff like that. Literally, a lot of people are kind of upset with the cast, but they've got a few things they've shown off on the website. Now, you cannot go back onto that link, by the way. If you try and find the link in anywhere, it won't go there. And I'm not saying, oh, they faked us, because it could be either they accidentally leaked news, or it is fake. Now I'm going to talk about what I think it sounds plausible, and what sounds a bit too, in the centre. I want to know more about this. First of all, let's talk about the key visual. I'll put it up here. Basically, the key visual, I mean, don't get me wrong, this person could draw much better than me, but being, you know, having all this news out and then bringing us this key visual, this looks like fan art. This looks like a Dojinshi cover. And I don't know, I have my doubts about this visual already. They would have given us like something, you know, like immense, especially when they're like, oh, by the way, it's coming out in April, which is not too far away if you think about it, really, to have like season 1 of this already coming out. So I have a lot of doubts about the key visual to start off with. Like I said, the date is April 2016. That sounds plausible. I think that possibly would be a decent starting point, really. I mean, personally I was thinking June, so I wasn't too off, to be fair. They did the main staff, and the main staff, it could go either way. It could be just someone went, okay, we know David Productions is handling it, but we're going to they could have either just gone, okay, here's the production group, the directors, everything, or they could have like copied it from Stardust Crusaders and the previous anime adaptations and posted it here. So again, I'm kind of in the centre. Now, the thing that has everybody's bollocks tied up is the cast. Now, when they changed stuff in Stardust Crusaders, if you've followed me for a long time, you know that I'm not too fond of Whole Horse or Iggy's voice in the anime, and I love the All-Star Battle voices for both of them. And they're making a return for Eyes of Heaven. Kind of disappointed in that, but this change has literally just shook the internet. Even Twitter went up. They had like, you should have seen the trends. It was like, oh, Josuke, Rohan, because, you know, they're the two big characters, the two popular characters in Diamond is Unbreakable, and they're getting voice changed. So first of all, as you know, Hataro Wataru, I think that's his name, it voices Josuke, and he's Josuke. He is Josuke. You can't deny that. He has this perfect voice. Like, I've never met someone that when they started up went, no, that's not how I feel Josuke sounds. I started up and I just, boners everywhere. Like, I was rocket boner. Because it was amazing. But he's going to be voiced by Ono Yuki. I don't know too much about anime voice actors. I only know the ones that are connected to like All-Star Battle or the JoJo anime itself. So yeah, Ono Yuki, whatever he does, I'm not too sure. Next one, Koichi is being voiced by Kaji Yuki. Kaji Yuki is actually the voice of Johnny in All-Star Battle and Eyes of Heaven. I like his Johnny voice, I really do. I think that fits Johnny immensely well. I'm kind of underwhelmed with the fact that he's going to be doing Koichi, because Romi Paku is the small boy voice, and she does an excellent job. And if they couldn't get her to do it, I would have thought they would have got a female, you know, a voice that does like male voices, you know, like Takeuchi Junko. I mean, yes, she's getting on, but, you know, she could still do it. You know, even the woman that does Nanansha's voice, who also does Boruto, she could, you know, she can still do it. We can still get a lot of female characters that can do guys' voices. Female people that can do, you know, young boys' voices. It's all good. Now, Okuyasu has not changed. It's still Takagi Wataru. And thank God for that, because I love his voice. Like, I actually noticed that before I noticed that he voiced Obito in Naruto. So when I went back and started playing like Storm Revolution, I think that was the first one he was in, I was hearing his voice, I was like, oh, it's Okuyasu. I was bloody late on that one. Yeah. Either that or I played it late, I don't know. Basically, yeah. Next up we have another disappointing one for not personally me, but a lot of fans, and that's Rohan's voice is going to be Sakurai Takehiro. He's the voice of Cloud. Like, he's done it since Cloud had a voice, and he's the voice of Cloud. He did Kira from Bleach. I don't know what else. I know he does a lot of stuff. He's pretty famous. And of course, Ono Daisuke is coming back. Ono D, the big D. It sounds weird. Ono D is coming back to do Jotaro as well. That's understandable. I don't know what to think of this, and the fact that Eyes of Heaven is, only a couple of months before, and they must have known about the anime change. And, yeah, they probably said, like, hey, can you come back to do the game, here are the voices, but it's already implanted in people's minds, so the only thing I can think of is that when the game's over and they finish doing the game, they had other anime that they were main characters. I know Kajiyuki is, he does Sonic in One Punch Man, and so, he's got that, and he's got a lot of other anime, but, like, he managed to come in for this. Whereas, Hatano Wataru, he's probably got a lot, but not too crazy, that he could voice the main character, Josuke. And then we got the main stuff, like I said, and, yeah, that's basically it. I think you should take a big grain of salt. It's been, like I said, it's been around the internet. It's been on Japanese sites. It's been talked about with JoJo fans. It's been on Western sites talked about with JoJo fans. And it's getting, like, mixed signals, because if this turns out to be real, first, it's going to be a little bit disappointing, but we'll have to wait and see what's going on. If it turns out to be fake, then I'll be happy that I had my doubts, because, and everyone will be happy because they'll be like, yes, we're going to get Josuke, we're going to get the Josuke we know, we're going to get the Koichi we know, we're going to get everyone here. So, yeah, that's basically my 2 cents on that matter. When it does come out, I will go full balls deep on that. I will talk everything about it, I will go into it. But yeah, like I said, you can't find any more news than us talking about it, so thank you very much for tuning in. As always, how do you feel about it? If it does come to fruition and it's exactly like this, how do you feel about it? Do you like the change of characters? What kind of voices do you feel that they're going to do instead? Write down in the comment section. So thank you very much. Take care and